Today we are going to empty out this giant manure lagoon for the first time. We have Eddie's brother coming in with his custom manure spreading business. He has an agitator in the pit, which we've shown before in a previous video, that essentially stirs up the entire pit to get as much of the solids mixed up as possible. We bed the dairy barn with sand, so you can imagine that all sinks to the bottom, and we aren't exactly sure what we're dealing with here yet. We've been in operation for about 2.5 years, and this is the first time we're digging it out. Right now, they're spreading liquid manure as usual, until the pump in the pit can't get any more liquid out. Then they'll move to the other side of the pit where a backhoe will load up as much solids it can reach. The backhoe is at the spot where the manure gets blasted out into the pit underground from the barn, so there's more sand buildup in that particular spot. The backhoe will load up what solids it can reach, and when it can no longer get any more scooped up, we'll lower the skid steer into the pit and Eddie will push it over to the excavator until it is all cleaned out. This video is sponsored by Major Dairy AI Services Limited.
So we got my brother in with his manure pump and spreader today, and then we rented one and put it on mine and Lauren's tractor there. And then that's my cousin's son, Tyler, running it for us. I was busy choring this morning and they wanted to start at 7 or so. So we got 2 of them going. They almost got the liquid out. A couple loads left, and then we'll be starting the sand on that side with the hoe. And then I will be going down in the pit with the skid steer. I'll get Lauren to film some of that. And I believe they're probably around 35 to 45 loads that they've done, or close to 45 by the end. And then I'm estimating there's probably 100 loads of sand manure in the pit, and that's from the last 2 years and about 4 months, so close to 30 months, but we will see.
Now for the big moment, dropping our new John Deere skid steer into the pit. I kept looking over at my dad and he looked so nervous.
Daddy's crying a little bit?
What?
I said, do you think Daddy's crying a little bit?
Why?
Is that scary?
Why would it be scary?
If it drops, Eli, come over here.
Why?
Like, if it dropped, I think Daddy would be crying, is what I mean. Because he loves that skid steer.
Are you not going with them? No? For the day? Oh, come on.
He's not understanding what's happening.
Dad has to push all that sand to us.
Why is it going down over there?
I have to admit, I did not consider what this would look like ahead of time. I didn't think to send Eddie down with food or water or think about how long it was going to take. It was at this point I realized I would be on my own for chores that night, which is fine. We just didn't really talk about it ahead of time. I asked the kids if they saw him bring any snacks, and one of them said they saw him eating an apple. I found out later he did bring a few snacks to keep him going. So a couple of the kids and I are just heading out now to do groceries, but while I'm watching this, all I'm thinking is there's going to be a pool, a stream, whatever you want to call it, of manure somewhere in that pit, and Eddie's going to hit it, and then it's going to flow up, and then what's going to happen to Eddie? And then I was talking to Beth, and she's like, yeah, that has happened before. I'm like, oh, great. So we're off to the groceries, and we'll see if Eddie's still, we'll see if Eddie is still at it when we get back. And I'm saying prayers that he will be.
Hey guys, couldn't believe how much fun this job is. Like you're just looking at concrete and the sky.
Well, how would you get down there? How would you get down there? The kids and I are heading to the barn to start chores now. We will keep coming back to check on Eddie's progress. At this point, the kids and I had finished barn chores and it's 8 p.m. You can see there's still quite a bit of solids left in the pit. I didn't really know what was going on, so I called Eddie to see what the plan was, and he said they were going to keep going until about midnight, I believe, then save whatever's left at that point for next time, which we are thinking will be every year going forward, but we still aren't decided on that, so stay tuned. Afterwards, Eddie said that this was the most boring job ever. He was falling asleep and bumping into the concrete, and the sun glaring into the pit made it hard to see, so he was just hoping the excavator operator could tell where he was and was familiar with his movements in the skid steer. His back and butt were sore from sitting, and he just did not enjoy it. Luckily, it doesn't have to be done often. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you thought of our process, and do you have a better method?